Hi everyone, we're just trying to figure out, we're new to GoToWebinar and we're just trying to make sure that we're all up to grips with it before we started the broadcast, but hopefully everyone can hear us, okay? If you could just type in the chat box if you can hear us. Yes.
Can you see us as well? Because I think it just said audio only.
Yeah, so you can see it. Great. Okay, so we can't see you, but you can see us. So we'll start with introductions. So that you know who we are and where we're from. So I'll start. I'm Jamie Lee. I'm supervising practitioner from Compass Go, and yeah, I'm here to do the relaxation with my colleague today. So Becca, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Becca, and I'm one of the EMHPs at Compass Go. So I was just sort of going off the back of what Jamie Lee said. So we're going to talk about the importance of relaxation today. But I don't know if you've been to any of the other webinars that some of our other colleagues have been hosting, but tonight's going to be quite practical. So I was just going to say, I hope you've all got your sports bras on because we're going to be doing a bit of yoga, and then Jamie Lee is going to I'm going to keep what Jamie Lee's doing as a secret towards the end. But yeah, so welcome and thank you for taking the time as well on this gorgeous sunny evening. So yeah, hope you enjoy it.
Great, thank you. So let's get started. Hopefully we won't have any technical issues. I think there's been a couple over the weeks, but over the sessions we've had on, but hopefully we'll be okay. Great, as we've been getting more practice in. So to start with, it's going to be me, and then I'll hand over to Becca, and then we've both got some practical activities, as Becca mentioned, to finish off with. So I'm going to start off by just getting straight in there and talking about relaxation and the nervous system, because it's the nervous system that controls our relaxation response, and it's probably the most important thing to talk about. So, okay. So when we talk about the nervous system, let's think of the central nervous system, and there's three parts to it, but the main parts that we're concerned with is the parasympathetic nervous system and the sympathetic nervous system. Now, you might have heard of these before, but basically the sympathetic nervous system is the gas pedal. If you imagine a car, the sympathetic nervous system, it's the gas pedal. It's what makes us go. It's what makes us on edge, you know, feeling revved up. And then we've got the parasympathetic nervous system, which is it's essentially the brake pedal, if you imagine a car. And that is our relaxation response. It kind of slows everything down. So if you think of the fight and flight response when we're quite anxious, that is responsible. No, sorry, the sympathetic nervous system is responsible for that. And you might notice some of those physical responses that are listed there on the right-hand side of the diagram in blue. So fight and flight, it makes our heart race, it makes our chest hurt, increases our heart rate, our pupils might dilate, we stop resting and digesting food. Whereas the parasympathetic nervous system is where we do our rest and digest, and we are more relaxed and calm, and our heart beats at a steady rate, and basically our organs regulate and function at how they should, the normal function. So if you imagine a car, like I mentioned before, with the gas pedal and the brake pedal, if you put that gas pedal on all the time, what you'll find is you'll put on the mileage really quick. And if you're revving and ragging that car around, it's gonna need repairing pretty soon. You're gonna need to replace the tires, its engine's gonna be worn out, and yeah, it's gonna be putting a lot of wear and tear on that car. So if we think about that as similar to when we're overusing our sympathetic nervous system, we start to notice health problems and we start to experience damage to our own bodies. And it's essentially because we've got the gas pedal on all the time and putting that mileage on our bodies. Whereas the parasympathetic nervous system, we don't tend to use that as much, and actually we need to practice using it more often, and that's where relaxation comes in, and that's about putting that brake pedal on, not putting the mileage on ourselves, not putting ourselves through all that wear and tear on our bodies. And we're going to give you some tips today on how to do that. I'm going to do some practical activities as well. But what we do find is in today's society, we've always got our foot on the gas pedal. We've all got busy careers, busy jobs, even at school, kids, you know, the demands on them is quite a lot. So we actually need to make time and proactively practice using our parasympathetic nervous system, putting the brake pedal on, and that will have massive health benefits and mental benefits, and that's what Becca will come on to later. Okay, and triggering that relaxation response is actually putting that brake pedal on. Okay, so let's have a look how to apply the brake pedal. So we spoke about it comparing to a car with lots of mileage on. So, okay, yeah, we want to put the brakes on a little bit. How do we do that? Well, there's a few different ways really. Meditation, breathing exercises, progressive muscle relaxation, yoga, guided imagery, visualization, exercise is a big one, and massage, and music and art. So this is not exhaustive, this list, there is more, but these are the main ones. And what I did want to mention whilst I was on this page is, or this slide I should say, is how many of you have ever tried to do relaxation and found it a bit cringy? I know that I've in the past worked with young people, and when we've done guided visualization or some sort of mindfulness or meditation, they sit there and they squirm and cringe. They can't stand bear the thought of it. And I've noticed that we've had a lot less people sign up for the relaxation today compared to the other webinars that we've had on. And it seems to be there's a bit of avoidance. I know that you, Becca, you run your own yoga classes, and you've noticed the same thing.
Yeah, normally when we get to sort of like relaxation, which is actually my favorite part, you always know those people who are gonna ready to like run out of the room because you can just feel like their nervous energy. And I have actually asked a few people before, just like, oh well, why don't you stay for relaxation? And one woman turned around to me and said, I can't relax, I find it really difficult, and I've got a lot of stuff going on in my mind just can't be still. And I think sometimes the thought of relaxation for a lot of people is being still and not thinking, and people find that uncomfortable, and find it really difficult sometimes to practice as well. So
yeah, that's it. And I think that's why it's so important nowadays in society, and also with young people in schools, and well, just everyone. To get people practicing relaxation. It's so important to your health and well-being, especially now that we do live such busy, stressful lives. And it does take practice. So we have to proactively take time out our day to set aside some time for meditation or some breathing, even just 5 minutes, which Becca will come on to later on how to do this. It can make a big impact. And to be truly relaxed, it takes both our bodies and our minds. So we might find ways to relax our mind but not our body, or our body and not our mind. So to be truly relaxed, we need to try and get both of those to be relaxed. And like I say, practice makes perfect. And it's best to practice before you're actually stressed, if you can. Okay, so now we're going to look at some activities on how to apply the brake pedals. So you might see from these images that there's a few that you recognise. So for me, a big way a really effective way of relaxing is actually just getting a bath and putting some bath salts in, and maybe a few candles, taking that time out, just really just switching off from everything outside of that room, outside of my bathroom really. So that's my way of. So what we've just discussed was some techniques. These are just some normal daily activities that we can do. It doesn't necessarily have to be specific breathing techniques. And what about you, Becca? What kind of activities do you find just in your day-to-day life that you can do to just switch off and put the brake pedal on?
Well, since we've sort of been in lockdown, I think that's changed a lot of ways that people exercise, the way that people relax, a lot of the things that we maybe use to cope sometimes, to release a little bit of stress of being taken away. But I quite like to go out for a walk and listen to a podcast. And also I was saying to Jamie Lee before we started, like before lockdown, sorry, I used to go to a coffee shop and not take my phone and just sit sort of in silence on my own and just people watch. And I used to find that really like beneficial, just to kind of just forget about everything, just sort of focus on the present moment, really. But we are going to come on to that throughout the slides.
That's great. Thanks for sharing that. And I was just wondering if anyone is happy to share in the chat box any ways that they take time out in their day-to-day activities to help them relax, because I noticed that a lot of people have very different ways of relaxing. If anyone's happy to share any that they do specifically for themselves.
I really wish there was like a mic function so people
Yeah,
could
we do.
talk.
We do
It's
have.
really strange.
We do have a mic function, but actually it's extremely difficult to use. So I'll see if I can do it, and I will unmute everyone.
Sorry to
Okay.
put you under pressure, guys.
Okay. So if it's worked, you should all be able to unmute yourselves now and speak. So if anyone is happy to volunteer any ideas. Saying that you need to unmute yourselves too if you want to talk. No, I can't hear anything, so I don't know if that's me or if we've not got any volunteers.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, Debbie. Yes, I
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, sorry, I did just put a question, not a reply in the questions chat box about walking, early morning walking and listening to nature.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
No, I can't
Oh,
see
yes.
you.
I can see some now. What it is we've got a chat box and we've also got a question box, and I think it's popping up in the question box.
Yeah, I think my box says questions and chat.
Yeah, that'll be what it is. Thanks for clearing that up for us though, because we are still learning to use these webinars.
That's okay.
Can you see them, Becca?
Yeah, but I only really small. Is there a way that you can like maximize it?
I think this is a problem with the webinars last week, that all the questions and chats were going into one box.
Yeah. Oh, everyone's saying
okay, Becca, you have to put this. So if you click the square box with a arrow on it, Becca, at the side, it brings up all the questions. So, okay, that's great. We figured that one out. So thank you, Debbie.
Sorry.
That's really helpful.
That's okay.
Okay, so early morning walk, listening to nature, that is a great one. Very mindful as well. So you've got the listening there, the actual listening to, and the focusing on one thing. Sewing, crochet, knitting, going for a bath. Yeah, so similar to me, a bath, sewing and knitting as well. They're pretty good ways of relaxing. Just again, it comes to that we find that a lot of people find activities are very relaxing when they can really zone in and focus on one activity. Okay. Did anyone else want to volunteer any other ideas? Now that we've figured out how to use the question box. This is like a big thing. This is a big thing because we've had problems with this in the past. Okay. No, just those, but that's really great. So thanks for volunteering those guys. And if there is any that we've missed, I do apologise because, like I say, we are just getting to grips with this. Right, okay, I'm going to just mute our attendees. I'm not quick with this, but right, okay. So thanks again, Debbie. That was so helpful, especially when we're learning to do this. Okay. So now we're just going to move on quickly to relaxation strategy to try at home. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this because you'll get these slides and I'll have this information on. So these are just some ways that we might also work with young people and teach them to relax. Mindfulness is a big one. This is simply just noticing your thoughts come and go in your mind. You don't have to overthink them, you don't have to define them, you're just experiencing the thought. Almost like as if it's a cloud, you know, you've got a cloudy day, all these thoughts, the clouds are there, you're just acknowledging the thoughts as though they're just clouds in the sky. And then as that cloud starts to pass by, and maybe the sun comes through, you know, just picturing it like that, and those clouds just pass by, and you just acknowledge them. You just observing, not overthinking any of those thoughts, and you just notice what your body is saying. Are you feeling particularly tense? Is your breathing quickening up when you're having a certain thought, speeding up, should I say? And create space between you and your thoughts, so you can just acknowledge them calmly. There's other ways to practice mindfulness, and that can be through mindfulness eating, for example. So when you're eating your tea at night, actually taking note of what it tastes like, what it looks like, the textures, and what it smells like. Mindfulness, we've got mindfulness music, so music listening, mindfulness listening is a big one. If you're listening to a song, actually paying attention to the lyrics and the instruments. But I'm just going to refer to this diagram quick because it helps to make sense of what mindfulness is. So you are here, you're in the present. So if you imagine yourself sat at home at night, having your tea, that's where you are. Your body is at the table, in the kitchen, and your mind should be focusing on eating your tea and enjoying it. But what we find is people end up getting stuck in the past. So their thoughts, they can be going back to the past when they've had, it could be the past week, when they've had an argument with a colleague, or a colleague said something that's upset them, or you've said something that's upset a colleague. And although you sat at the table eating your tea, your thoughts and your mind is somewhere else. It's in the past, thinking about something that's making you worry. Same as the future. So you could be thinking about an important email that you've got to send, or that important meeting that you've got to attend to. And what you're finding is that, again, you're at your kitchen table, but your mind is not there. It's at work still. So mindfulness is just about observing those thoughts, letting them come and go, and then bring yourself back to the here and now. And that's mindfulness. So again, it's using those senses to just focus in on one thing at a time. So if you're eating your tea, what's it smell like? What's the texture like? What's it look like? What colours is there? Okay, so diaphragmatic breathing is another. We call this belly breathing when working with young people. But basically, it tells us how to breathe properly. A lot of us don't breathe properly. And it's so powerful in helping you to put the brake pedal on and relax. So first of all, just find a comfortable position, keep your back straight, and you can close your eyes or keep them open. It's usually better done with your eyes closed because you can really focus on the breathing mechanics. And if you do this now, you can all do this now, just place one hand on your chest, one on your stomach, and just observe and feel which hand moves the most. So at the minute, I'll let you just think for a minute. So just take a few normal breaths and feel which hand moves the most. So I probably need to do this. I need to probably slow down a little bit, so this is good. Okay, so you might notice that either your hand on your chest is moving more. Some of you might not notice that your belly's moving at all. Some of you might notice your belly's moving more, or they might be both moving a little bit. Often when we do this with young people, they will say, my chest is moving the most. I'd say 9 times out of 10. And actually, that's not the proper way to breathe if you're going to do make a breath so it's relaxing, or a proper deep breath, so to speak. When we're deep breathing or trying to relax, we should be breathing so that our stomach inflates almost like a balloon. It should be our stomach that's moving the most. So the hand on the tummy should be really coming out and then moving back down, just like a balloon. A balloon blowing up and then blowing back down. That's the wrong way to say it. Inflating a balloon and deflated is the words I'm looking for. So yeah, if you're properly breathing, you should be really using that diaphragm, and you'll notice the difference if you do it this way. You will get these slides so you can refer back to this. I am going through it quite quickly because I'm conscious of time. But practice makes perfect again. If you keep practicing this, It might not work the first few times, but if you keep doing it, keep practicing it, you will notice that it will make a difference. I can now do this and I can spend literally 2 minutes doing it and I can feel the difference in my body completely. Another one is progressive muscle relaxation. So this is when we're stressed and we've got tense bodies. This is a great one to do at night before you go to bed as well, if you've had quite a stressful day and you've got lots of tensions built up in your body. So I've took an example here from a worksheet that we would normally do. Just to give you a brief idea, we'd often work from head to toe or toe to head, literally starting with eyebrows down to your toes. So if you tighten your triceps up by stretching your arms out like this and locking your elbows, if you hold it for about 5 seconds, but really push, so 1, 2, 3, 4, push in, 5, and then relax, you should be able to feel a rush of relaxation in them, and it's just removing that tension that's built up in those muscles. Again, another one is to lift your shoulders up as though they can touch your ears and hold for about 5 seconds. 1, 2, hopefully my double chin's not on show. 3, 4, 5, and then relax. It's really do it under the table by just doing your legs. So one for your legs is your knees together, as if you're holding a 50p between your legs, and hold them tight together with your knees and your feet flat on the floor, and hold it for 5 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then relax. So you can simply do that under the table if you sat down at work. You can even just do your fists as well. So you can just tense your fists, but do it quite hard, not so hard that it hurts, but just do it quite hard, hold it, and then release. If you do that on different areas of your body, you will soon realize how relaxed you can become. This is really good sometimes when doing relaxation to start with progressive muscle relaxation, because it can just get that tension out of your body to begin with. So good to do before you go to sleep at night. And these are some other examples in there. We will send out slides and we will send out a worksheet as well if you do want the full head to toe. We abbreviate it for PMR. If you want the full head to toe PMR experience, you can look at that worksheet, practice it. And again, like I say, you don't have to do full body at once. If you're at work and you sat at a desk, just do the bottom half. You'll still notice a difference. Okay, so I'm going to pass you over to Becca.
Just check is my mic on? Because I thought,
yes.
Yeah, I lost connection and I didn't know whether it was me or whether it was you because everything froze. But yeah, so
it could be me.
Okay. So we're going to look at sort of the benefits of relaxation. So I just found this piece which I think explains relaxation brilliantly, really. So it's about a peace of mind and enjoying a hobby. So for me, relaxation is finding something that you enjoy and allowing you to, like Jamie Lee has been saying, to take your foot off that brake pedal. So step out from whatever stress, whatever you have going on, and just take a moment or 5 or 10 or an hour, depending on how long you like to spend. And it's just about being mindful for yourself, really concentrating on sort of what is going on around you. So like it says here, it's a process that decreases the effects of stress on the mind and the body. So I know Jamie Lee has talked quite a lot about it being mind and body, so it's like a union rather than two sort of different entities. It is about your mind and your body to really experience the complete sort of sense of relaxation. So there are a lot of different relaxation techniques that can help you cope with everyday stress, and as we all know, stress can be related to various health problems as well. Like it says, relaxation is a physical state of deep rest. I wish I'd memorised the last slide. So we're just looking at some health benefits. So if you can, now that we know how to work it, can you just either pop in the questions or the chat box about some health benefits that you think relaxation helps with? So yeah, so just take a few minutes just to jot those down. So what are the health benefits? I didn't explain that very well, did I? What are the health benefits of practicing relaxation techniques? Now I've got to try and find where they are.
It's okay,
Right.
I've got it up. I've got the
All right. Okay.
chat box on. So yeah, it can improve memory, better sleep patterns. Thanks, Donna. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it can improve your blood pressure. Yeah, so we've had a few.
Yeah. So right,
yeah.
go on then, Jamie Lee. Work here. What else have we got?
Oh yeah, Debbie focuses the mind. Yeah, great. So I'm going to reveal
The list.
Yes. So yes, someone mentioned blood pressure.
Yeah.
Um,
So we've got improving digestion.
concentration.
Yeah. Maintaining normal blood sugar levels, reducing the activity of the stress hormones, reducing muscle tension and chronic pain, so that can really relate to the PMR. So obviously practicing progressive muscle relaxation can help to reduce muscle tension. Improving concentration and mood. I love that health benefit. I think relaxation for me really helps to improve my mood and concentration. Improving sleep quality, a few people have said that. Lowering fatigue. So we're going to come on to sort of some of the mental aspects of relaxation. Reducing anger and frustration is a brilliant one, and then boosting confidence to handle problems. So that was just sort of a list that I just put together, but I'm sure you all have a lot more as well. So we'll look at the emotional benefits. So I know there's a lot of text on this slide, but I'm not going to go through it all. Like Jamie Lee has said, you will get copies of these. But just to sort of give you a brief overview, so as you're probably all aware, emotions are the body's response to changes in environment in order to adapt to them better. So emotions manifest through 3 different systems. So first we've got our psychological system, then we've got our subjective system, and then our motor system. So the I can never say that word, physiological system, it refers, yeah, that one. I get my tongue twisted. It makes me anxious when I know I've got to read it out. This refers to the bodily sensations produced by emotions, so including a change in heart rate, sweating, and your heavy breathing. And then we've got subjective, so that includes the thoughts, so everything that sort of goes on in your mind when that emotion surfaces. And then we've got the motor, so this is facial expressions, body language, sometimes in other words, and also behaviours that go along with that emotion as well. So yeah, so if you want to sort of know more about that, there's more sort of detail on that slide for you to refer to. Right, mental benefits of relaxation. So reduces stress, that we've put right at the top. Decreases anxiety, depression and insomnia, improves coping abilities. So sort of going, I don't know whether many of you know about the stress bucket, but if you obviously, your stress levels are really, really high, you have no space really in that stress bucket. So the more that you take time out to do relaxation, to spend time with friends, spend time with family, do things that you enjoy, it helps to sort of balance and alleviate some of that stress. So we've got improved coping abilities, improved self-image, a more positive outlook on life. So if we feel less stressed, we're probably, well, we won't be in kind of our sort of negative thoughts. So we seem to be more open, we seem to be more positive. I popped develop a deeper understanding of yourself in there, but that's quite a personal one for me, because I think relaxation really helps me to sort of remember who I am. I know that might sound a bit weird and a bit deep, but I think it's really important that you take that time out for yourself to have it allows you to sort of balance what you have going on in your life, reduces bad habits, reduces feelings of loneliness, like I think I said above, enhances problem solving skills, may improve attention span, may reduce memory loss, can generate more kindness towards yourself and others, makes us less reliant on substances, so I don't know, turning to like alcohol or smoking if we're feeling quite stressed, helps to control food cravings and control food intake. And I just popped that at the bottom, that you can access relaxation anywhere. So all of those benefits, you don't have to pay for them. You don't have to go to a class, I don't know, an exercise class for an hour. You can access them anywhere. So yeah, so I thought that was quite important to mention.
I was going to add about substances as well. When we start self-medicating, when the stress bucket's full, for those of you that have attended the other sessions, we self-medicate to mentally reduce stress, but actually that's also got a physical impact as well. So alcohol, smoking, so it's a bit of a double whammy, that one.
So yeah, I just popped this in again, being quite conscious of time and knowing that mine and Jamie Lee's is quite practical. I just popped sort of 3 different areas in there for you, for your own sort of records really. So we've gone through quite a lot of those already. Right then, so ways to introduce relaxation into your daily life. So like I sort of touched on a minute ago, I think that for me, because I do teach yoga, I find a lot of people within sort of like the exercise industry or members that come to my class have this idea that they have to go somewhere to relax, so they have to go to a class and it has to be for an hour. It can't, if it's 5 or 10 minutes, it's not enough. I don't really know where that sort of mindset comes from, but that's what I kind of tend to hear and tend to see quite a lot. So I think for me it was really important just to sort of identify that relaxation or finding time to relax for yourself can be 5 or 10 minutes a day. It doesn't have to be a full sort of hour. You could do, for example, 5 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in an afternoon, and if you decide to go for a walk or whatever on a night after work, it could be half an hour walk. So you're finding time throughout the day. Or even if you haven't got time, you can just do 5 or 10 minutes a day and you can still get those benefits. Just popped in here, so if you're interested in mindfulness, so it's sort of looking at ways that works for you, so things that you are going to be more likely to keep up with and to do. So another one that I've sort of found in lockdown actually is colouring books. I'm not really an arty and creative person, but I found that using an adult sort of colouring book is really working. So it helps as well to bring you to the present moment, takes your mind off other things. I think art is really important, and creativity is a really, really good relaxation technique. I think sometimes that one gets, art and music and being creative wouldn't always be listed sometimes when you are talking about relaxation. Keep trying is the key word here. Trying to keep a healthy work-life balance. So the more we can practice that, the less stressed we will feel. Again, like again, like me and Jamie Lee have sort of said throughout this webinar, it is about practicing. So if, I know a lot of you have already put some brilliant things in that you are already doing to relax, but it is about practicing. It's about being consistent and doing it every single day. Trying to plan your day to make sure that you schedule it in. So I use an example quite a lot of, if you say, for example, book a class, so you are more likely to go because you have booked that class. Whereas if you don't plan it in your day and you can't be bothered or something else comes up, you're more than likely just to be like, oh, I won't do it. Whereas if you plan it, you're more likely to achieve it. Another one, again, create a list create a list of values surrounding your emotional, physical and mental health. So just sitting down and looking at what things are really important to you, what you value, and looking at how you can sort of achieve those goals. So whether that's a goal of relaxation, whether that's a goal to once you finish work to not get your laptop out again. So looking at how you can manage that home work-life balance thing. Setting goals, so SMART goals. Again, I'm not sure if any of you are aware of what SMART goals are, but sort of setting down a short-term, a medium-term and a long-term goal of what you want to achieve. Are they realistic? Are they measurable? Is it achievable? Are they realistic? And what is the time frame that you would like to achieve them in? And then the sort of the bottom two, so habits. So if we find something that we enjoy, we're more likely to continue to do it. We're more likely to find it fun. If we keep it small, again, more likely to continue to do it. With relaxation as well, I think sometimes we all live very, very busy lives, and it can be easier to put other people before yourself and not do things for you and that you enjoy. But I think checking in on your whys. So why is it that you want to relax? Why is it that you need time for yourself? And just keeping those in mind. And as well, I just pop this one into to be imperfect. So don't be too hard on yourself if you plan tomorrow to go for a walk after work, but something else comes up and you can't quite do it. Just start again the next day. And then we've got plan for obstacles. So that's your sort of problem solving. Next slide, please. So again, we're not going to play this because we haven't got enough time, unfortunately, but you can find this on the Mind website if this is something that you want a little bit more information on. So that's just a few extra 8 tips for relaxation. And then I found these quotes. So the part can never be well unless the whole is well. So I quite like that. So that's going back to what Jamie Lee has sort of been saying, whereas your mind and your body have to sort of be in unity to be whole and to be well. Your calm mind is the ultimate weapon against your challenges, so relax. People are just happy as they make their minds up to be. Relaxation is the art of letting go, and it is about finding calm in the chaos.
Thanks, they're great. Okay, so we've got, it lets me click next. There we go.
Right then, so because I know that we are short on time, did we start 5 minutes late?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna take you through a few stretches. So if you would like to join in, please do. Just try and clear some space. As you can see, I've got my telly, so I might kick my telly. But I'm not going to do anything sort of really advanced or really strenuous. So if we just start in, I hope you can all see me okay. Let me just move my Right, so we're going to start in what is called cat camel. So if you bring your hands underneath, directly underneath your shoulders, and then just make sure that your knees are underneath your hips, so at 90 degrees. And then thinking about drawing your chin in towards your chest, and as you do that, rounding through your spine. And then as you breathe out, I want you to just drop your belly button to the floor. So stick, I'm not going to swear, but stick your bum up and really think about dropping that belly button to the floor, and then just lift your head slightly, and then do that again. So take a breath in, so breathe in through your nose and then round through your spine. Breathe out. Oh yes, right, breathing in, so you feel your spine start to mobilize. So I can feel some of my parts of my spine clicking. So breathing in and breathing out. Right, we'll go for 2 more. So deep breath in. So every time you breathe in, try to just round your spine a little bit more. 1 more, breathing in and breathing out. Fabulous, well done. Right, let's go for a hip stretch. So just bring your, obviously sit on the floor, bring the soles of your feet together. So this is what we call butterfly. So if you can, try and just drop your knees and just soften them towards the floor. Hands come to your ankles. Now breathe in, and then as you breathe out, just gently press your knees further down to the floor. And then release. So we'll try that 2 more times. So breathing in, and as you breathe out, just press your knees towards the ground. Perfect, 1 more time. So breathing in and breathe out. Perfect, well done. Right, let's try some spinal twists. So if you lay down on your back, see this? So bring your knees in line with your hips, and then I want you to just draw your arms out wide so that your arms are in line with your shoulders. Now, I always get confused which is my left and my right, and it's a lot harder as well when you're doing it over camera, but just take your top leg and extend it towards the ceiling. Now, breathing in, and as you breathe out, just let your bottom knee drop slowly towards the floor. Now, you've got a couple of options. So if you're feeling quite flexible, drop your big toe, my feet have gone off camera, down to the floor, okay? Now take a breath in, and then just slowly lift your shoulders so that they're evenly in the ground, and then just take your eye gaze down your back arm. Now if that is too much, you can bend that top knee and just bring your knees together just to try and make sure that your hips stay in line. So you should feel that twist through your shoulders and then through your spine. Just take a few deep breaths, so breathing in through your nose and softly out through your mouth. Again, breathing in and breathing out. All right, let's try the other side. So again, just come to the center, so knees in line with your hips, and then breathe your arms out wide. So now we switch sides, so it would be your back leg extends to the ceiling, and then slowly drop your bottom knee. If you're touching the wall like me, bend your knees. Or if you find that your knees bent together feels more comfortable, go with that option. If not, extend your leg. And then just lift your shoulders and let your eye gaze just softly look down your back arm. So you should feel the twist through your thoracic spine, and then there should be a stretch through your hips. So breathing in through your nose and softly breathing out. One more, breathing in and slowly breathing out. Perfect, well done. Right, come back to the center and then just drop your knees and push yourself up. Right, we've got Jamie Lee, do you want me to do another one, or do you want to do yours?
Yeah, no, you can do another one.
Is that all right? Okay.
Yeah, crack on.
Right. So we'll do what's called a hip flexor stretch. So we have a muscle in the front of our hips called our psoas muscle, which is really, really difficult to stretch. And when we've been sat down all day, or we feel tired and or we're exercising a lot, it's really, really important to stretch out our psoas muscle. So if any of you have got any issues or problems with your knees, if you've got anything like a blanket or a cushion, you can pop that underneath your knee. If not, just step 1 foot forward, making sure that your knee is in line with your ankle, and then your back foot, so try and unfurl your toes, so let the top of your foot lie flat on the ground, okay? Now we've got a couple of options. So you can either leave your opposite hand on the floor just to give your hips a little bit more stability, or you can breathe in and lift your chest. So you should feel that stretch right down the front of your hip flexor. Now if you want even more, tuck your back toe and just lift your knee an inch off the ground. And then slowly release. Right, reset, and we'll try the opposite side. So slowly just maneuver yourself round. Now step your opposite foot forward. I hope you can all see my sofa's not in the way. And again, just take the option which is best for you. So hand down in the floor and just unfurl your toes. Or breathe in and lift your chest. Just making sure that your hips are in line with your front knee. Tuck your back toe and then lift your knee off. So you should really feel that deep stretch right through the front of your hip and slowly lower. Well done. Right, I'll leave it there, Jamie Lee, because I know that we are running out of time. But if stretching is something that you are interested in, there is lots and lots and lots of different YouTube channels. There's lots of information on stretching online as well. Thank you.
That's great. Thanks for sharing that. I remember we did that at the beginning of a team meeting, and I found it would actually work so well. I was like, actually could feel relaxation. So thanks for doing that, Becca.
All right.
Okay, so I am actually a hypnotherapist as well. I'm going to incorporate a bit of guided visualization now. But I'm going to do something called anchoring, and anchoring is the process of using a physical trigger to produce an emotion or feeling during times of stress. So we tend to use our finger and our thumb. Some people use objects, but just for the purpose of today, we're going to use a finger and a thumb. And we're going to link this to the feeling of relaxation, so that if you are stressed and you're at work, for example, you can just do your finger and thumb like this, and it should instill some relaxation into you. I will put some music on just to help drown out any background noise. I am at home, traffic, whatever, you probably can't hear it much, but I will put it on. It helps people to relax and just zone in and focus. It shouldn't be too long. We may run over just a few minutes, but like I said, we're 5 minutes late starting, so if you do need to leave, feel free to leave. And I'll probably turn the camera off, Becca, if you want to as well, and then you can just really focus on my voice and not me. And this is best done with your eyes closed, but you can keep them open if you wish. Do you know? Yep, well, Becca's done it, so she knows. Okay. Okay, as I said, it's best done with your eyes closed, but if you want to keep them open, you can feel free to do so. Okay, so just take a nice deep breath. As it's time to relax, just at home or at work, wherever you might be, it's just time to take 10 minutes to relax, and we'll begin the process of anchoring. So begin by stretching out your muscles gently and just raise your arms above your head as you breathe in, and then lower your arms to your sides as you exhale. Raise your arms and stretch as you breathe in again. Relax and lower them as you breathe out. Okay, and now just roll your shoulders forward and back. And now relax. Let the tension drain away from your shoulders. And now that you have moved your shoulders and arms to allow your body to begin to release the tension it has been holding, I want you to find a comfortable and relaxed position. Sitting or laying down, just making sure that you're relaxed wherever you are and comfortable. Okay, and now I want you to scan your body for areas of tension. As you take another deep breath in, feel the tension in your body as you hold that breath. Now let the tension go as you let your breath go. And now point your toes while stretching your legs. Release the muscles of your legs and relax. Now bring your feet upwards towards your shins, stretching the back of your legs. Release the stretch, relaxing your legs completely. Let your legs become limp, loose and relaxed. Let your arms become relaxed and loose, and notice how your body feels. Feel the relaxation flowing through your body, and notice that you can become even more relaxed. Wiggle your toes once or twice, and then allow your toes to be still and relaxed. Feel the relaxation flowing, spreading, until your feet are relaxed as well. And then let the relaxation continue to your ankles, and feel how loose and relaxed your ankles feel. Now allow the muscles of your lower legs to give up their hold, and feel the relaxation in your lower legs, feeling calm, relaxed, heavy, but relaxed. And enjoy the feeling of relaxation as it continues to your knees, and then your upper legs. Feel your thigh legs relaxing and letting go. Your legs feel very heavy, and very relaxed. Feel the relaxation flowing. Allow your pelvic area and your abdomen in your tummy to just relax. Feel the muscles becoming loose and letting go of all the tension, relaxed and heavy. Now allow your lower back to relax. Feel the relaxation there as the muscles of your lower back give up their hold, leaving nothing but relaxation, calm and peaceful. Let the relaxation continue to flow throughout your body, spreading now to the muscles of your sides. Feel your sides, your abdomen and chest gently moving in and out with each breath making you even more relaxed. The relaxation continues to increase, pleasantly more and more relaxed, deeper and deeper. Feel your shoulders relaxing, your upper arms and your elbows. Feel your arms relaxing more and more, becoming heavier and heavier. Let the relaxation continue, spreading to your lower arms and your wrists and your hands. Your arms become completely limp and relaxed, and it feels pleasant and relaxed. Feel your cheeks relaxing, becoming completely loose and relaxed. Feel your lips relaxing, becoming soft. Let your tongue relax and feel your nose relaxing. Let your eyes relax and let your eyelids become heavy. Feel your eyebrows relaxing and your forehead becoming smooth, cool and relaxed. Your whole body is now fully relaxed. And just enjoy the relaxation that you are experiencing. Use your left thumb now and 2 fingers to gently squeeze your thumb and index finger, while at the same time saying silently to yourself, relax, and anchoring the feeling of relaxation to this spot, noticing how relaxed your body is, enjoying that sensation as you continue to squeeze your right thumb and index finger together. Experience the feeling of deep relaxation. Notice your breathing. Notice how calm and regular your breathing is. And watch your breathing without trying to change it in any way. And as you breathe in, say in your mind, I am relaxed. As you breathe out, mentally, again, tell yourself you are relaxed. I am relaxed. I am calm. I am relaxed. And I am calm. Now again, squeeze your right thumb to your index finger and mentally remind yourself to relax. Let the anchoring occur as this spot becomes associated with the peaceful, relaxed state that you are currently in. Feel the relaxation deepen each time you squeeze that right thumb and index finger whilst telling yourself, relax. Continue to allow the relaxation to flow throughout your body, calm and peaceful, relaxed. Memorize this feeling of relaxation and notice how your body feels. Notice how calm you are. Create a picture in your mind of this state of relaxation. And with this image in mind, gently squeeze your thumb and index finger together again. And one more time, squeeze while saying to yourself, relax. As you feel the relaxation deepen, feeling calm and at ease. This spot is an anchor to remind you of the relaxation you are feeling right now. In the future, when you squeeze your right thumb and index finger, the feelings and memories of how relaxed you are right now will fill your mind, and your body will automatically relax. You are as relaxed as you want to be, calm and relaxed, warm, safe, and comfortable. Now it is time to start to become aware of your surroundings and return to your usual levels of alertness. Keep your eyes closed for a few moments while your body reawakens. You can use anchoring any time to cue your body to relax. Remember the pleasant, peaceful state of relaxation, and know that your anchor can remind you of the relaxation you experienced and create a similar effect. So now I'm going to count up from 1 to 5 as you become more alert with each number. Until 5, you'll be fully awake and alert as before. 1, becoming more awake, energetic. 2, feeling calm as you awaken even more. 3, almost totally awake now, ready to resume with your day. 4, eyes open, stretch those muscles as you become completely awake. And 5, now you're fully awake, fully alert, rested, and ready to go. Okay, so hopefully people should be feeling quite relaxed as we've come to the end. So hopefully finish in on a relaxed note for our relaxation webinar. Okay, so I did have a question. Is there any questions at all that anyone would like to ask? They can stick it in our question box. Hopefully.
I have just seen as well, Jenny, that you've asked for some advice on some standing yoga activities. So what I can do is I can send you some chair yoga and standing yoga activities, but just be mindful, sorry, that you have been sort of said by your GP that you are able to exercise after your hip replacement. Obviously I'm not sure when you had it done, but if it's quite recent, just double check that you are okay to do that, because I wouldn't want your hip popping out. But yeah, I can get your email address. Do we have everybody's email, Jamie? Who
yes, we do. Everyone signed up.
Okay,
yeah.
So I'll get some of those over to you, but I'm on annual leave as of tonight, so I'll look at doing them over the Easter break if that's okay.
I'll unmute everyone and then I'm just going to have to figure out how to do it. Again, we're very new to this software, so just bear with me 1 second. So anyone that has a question, you should be able to speak now, hopefully, if it's worked. Or if anyone has a question, or you can feel free to type.
Everyone might be asleep.
That was a short version, so the fuller version would be a bit longer. We'd spend a bit more time getting into a relaxed state, but it should be just enough to have instilled the relaxation for the anchoring. So give it a try and let us know if it works. It should work. Okay, so I'm just going to check if I can't see any questions. Can you see any, Becca, that we've
No.
missed? They tend to pop up in random places. No. Okay, so if you do have any, you can contact the Compass Duty. We will share these slides, and and I know that Becca's going to follow up with some queries. So that's everything for today. Have you got anything to add, Becca?
No, just thank you for joining, because I know obviously it's weird for us when we can't see you either. I'm not sure that I like that. I like to put face it anyway. But yeah, just thank you for joining us, and also like I say, we can't see whether any of you did partake in some of those activities or not, but if you did, well done, because it can be quite daunting, especially if you're on your own and you've got your dog or your kids running around or wherever you are. I don't know whether you're at home or at school, but yeah, just thank you for joining us.
Yeah, we understand that some of you weren't able to partake in some of those, but that's absolutely fine. But yeah, and it can be quite cringy taking part in some relaxation things. You know, the amount of people that I've tried to work with have just gone, oh, I can't bear it. So well done. It's good for you. It's good for you. So yeah. Okay, so if no more questions or anything, just get in touch with us on our Compass Duty line, and we will now finish the webinar.
Lovely. Thank you, ladies. That was excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
bye.
Enjoy what's left
Thank
of
you.
the sunshine.
Thank you very
Bye.
much.
Thanks, bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Jamie
Hey,
Lee, I
Becca.
wonder. Go on. What was
Sorry?
you going to say? I was going to say, I wonder who the other staff member was, because it said staff 3.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe we can figure it out. Okay, so I'm gonna close it off now. We can do a debrief tomorrow if that's okay with you. I'm gonna go get the last of the sunshine.
All right. See you later, Jamie.
See ya. I've just got to
Bye.
work out how to close it off.
I know.
think it's
I was
just
just thinking that.
okay. So speak to you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Bye everyone.